For almost 50 years, Iceland's Ring Road has connected almost every major city around the country into an 800-mile continuous loop. It also connects just about every major tourist attraction as well. So chances are, if you're traveling around in Iceland, you're probably doing it on the Ring Road. And today, we're going to explore the first half of that journey in a trip that will take us all the way from the capital city on the west coast to the town of Ingolstadur on the east coast, stopping at several incredible sights along the way. Starting off, downtown Reykjavik.
Hey guys, this is Mike with The Wandering Wolf. We are here at the start of our Ring Road trip at Hallgríms Church. We arrived this morning here in Reykjavik at around 6 a.m. or so. Made it. And we're here now exploring the city. This is Hallgríms Church behind us. We're going to head on in and check it out. This church was designed in 1937. They started construction on it in 45, and it wasn't until almost 40 years later in 86 that it was actually completed in different parts. There's a lot of cool stuff to see inside. There's a tower that we're going to try to go up and get you guys a good look and view of the entire city and also this the structure behind us. Come along.
As we made our way into the church, we were stunned by the high arched ceilings and beautiful artwork everywhere. The altar, the walls, the baptismal font, everything was designed with simple and yet elegant details in mind. Then we turned around and saw the massive 5,000 pipe organ installed at the back. Built in 1992, it stands at just under 50 feet tall and weighs over 28 tons. Finally, after taking a minute to soak it all in, it was time to head upstairs.
We're going up to the top of Hallgríms Church here. We got this. It's pretty cool. The place is not very big, but it's the biggest, most well-known attraction here in Reykjavik. So yeah, feel this whole thing. And you know what? It's not. I mean, it's below freezing here, but it's really not too bad. This is day one. I'm saying that now. You're probably seeing me here on camera not too long from now, really sucking because we don't do great in cold weather. It'd be interesting to see what we can do wet and cold later on in the trip. So we are coming up here to the top of Hallgríms Church. It costs us about 1,000 kroner per adult. And wow, the views out here are really impressive, and I'm really looking forward to stepping out here and checking this out. You first.
So the bells and the clock and everything are about a floor below us. We're at the very top of the church right now with amazing views. Walking around here is just impressive. Reykjavik sits on a bay, so there's just water out here. Got some mountains. And, well, take a look for yourself. So that's Hallgríms Church here. We really kind of blown away at like how awesome this place is. This is our first stop on our first day here on the Ring Road trip. So we got a little daylight left. We're gonna see what we can get into.
The rest of our afternoon was spent exploring the area and flying above the city. We got food, did some shopping, checked out the artwork that was just about everywhere, tried to recover a bit before the long journey ahead. But as the sun set over this gorgeous day, we caught word of an unexpected treat.
So we've just completed our first day here. It's 6 p.m. right now, sun is set. And we were walking up to our hotel, which is Reykjavik downtown. Good hotel. I can't remember the exactly how much we paid, so we'll put the price we'll put it right here on my face for you to know about. And it's a nice hotel. We are, as you can see, we are right by the church. We're gonna go warm up a little bit because there is a great chance tonight of seeing the Northern Lights. We are gonna go out there and make sure to see that. So, I don't know, get a little food in our belly, a little rest, and then head out for the evening tonight.
Yes, we had an awesome day today. We got into Iceland at like 6 a.m. It's been go, go, go. I mean, we got like a 2-hour nap in. Other than that, we really haven't slept. Explored the city, and I think the highlight of the day is it's after midnight right now, so it's been a long day. And we drove all the way out, I don't know, like an hour outside the city to check out the Northern Lights. Tonight was a good forecast for it, and it was amazing. And I don't know if I've shared before, I'm sure I have. I've been chasing the Northern Lights for years, and I have finally seen them, and it was overwhelming.
And we got it on film.
We did, yeah. We had a little bit of, you know, we were worried. I don't know, we don't have
specialized equipment required for exactly that purpose. And it took a little while once we were out there to figure out exactly how the time-lapse works. And
what we were hoping to get out of this trip, one of the main things we got on the first night, which was the Northern Lights. Off to a great start. Day number 1 in the books, in the bag, and we're ready for day number 2. Yeah, in the bed.
In the bed. In the bed.
So, looking forward to tomorrow.
The next morning, we were up early and headed to Vijaymir Cave, about a 2-hour drive north. This lava tunnel is one of a kind here in Iceland and not to be missed. So we went down inside with the Cave.is tour group to take a better look.
So welcome inside our cave system here. Now, cave is called Vijaymir. So that D that you've seen with a tick through it, that is a TH sound here in Iceland. This is the easiest place within the cave to explain its formation process. So you can start to imagine almost a lava riverbed style system. It's melting its way into this sunken bed or pit in a sense as it's flowing through. Yeah, so at this point within the cave we've really tried to highlight the kind of colour and texture that you get within the walls of the main lava tube. Now this is quite a nice dome structure, and most likely it has a dome feature that is also present at the surface due to some form of weakness. So what I would like to do, just quickly, just do some cave darkness if you wouldn't mind. So I'd like to turn all the lights off and just show you the cave.
Ooh.
And that was Vijaymir Cave. Really, really cool walking through a lava tube like that. Our tour guide, Zoe, gave us all the information we could ever hope to want about learning about this amazing natural formation here in Iceland. The tour took about an hour and a half, which is nothing. It's down to about 32 degrees down in there, a little bit cold, but totally doable. And after this, from here, we're going on to Erik the Red's Viking Longhouse.
The next stop on our journey would take us even further north, through snow-capped mountains and into the valley holding Eriksstaðir, the ancient home of Erik the Red. This site is free and open year-round, and is a wonderful place to step back into true Viking history.
We are here at Eriksstaðir. This is the home of Erik Thorvaldsson, better known as Erik the Red. This particular site was discovered in 1938, and this building here is an exact replica of the home that Erik the Red would have lived in. It was created in 1999, and it would have been made from driftwood found in the local area in the streams and rivers. Not only that, but Leif Erikson is actually believed to be born right here. Leif Erikson was one of the first Europeans to land in North America 500 years before Cortez or Columbus. So it's been really amazing to have the opportunity to come here and visit a site where Vikings actually used to live. And on that note, we're a little tired and a little hungry, so we're gonna finish up the ring road trip here this portion of the day, get some food in us, and get a little rest over in Akureyri. Akureyri.
After a long day of trekking around the island, we were pretty much done, ready to relax. But as we drove on into the darkness, something just off the side of the road caught our eye.
So we are here at Þristafar. We have continued on our journey around the ring road. We stopped at this location just out of the blue randomly, and this is actually the spot of the last execution here in Iceland. It happened in 1830. 2 gentlemen were executed here for murdering 2 other men 2 years before in 1828. We're going to show you where they were their heads were cut off on this log. And the bodies were left here. They were just buried in a shallow grave, and their heads were put on spikes. Later on, the bodies were removed and taken down and buried in the cemetery further away from here. But that was the last execution in Iceland. That took place in 1830. We're going to show you where it happened. So yeah, 12 January 1830. I'm not sure that this is the exact site where they were executed here, or if this may be where they were buried and this is just a marker. But perhaps this is the exact site. But it happened on this hill. There's a couple little tiny hills right here. Cool little spot to just randomly come upon. Out here we've got the coast and the mountains behind us, and just stopping for a break. We got a little piece of Icelandic history.
Our little pit stop made us a bit late getting to our next hotel, so we went straight to bed. But after a good night's rest, we were on to day 3.
And we are here at Gofoss. This location here, about in 1000 AD, was the spot where a local chieftain by the name of Thor, what was it again, Tim?
Thorgir Thorkelson.
Thorgir Thorkelson, who apparently, judging by his name, was the Urkel of his time, in solidarity with the Parliament of Iceland back in 1000 AD, took all of the ancient Norse idols that he had and threw them over the waterfall to signify the changing from the paganism of the time to Christianity. And legend says that the Norse gods, in anger because of his actions, struck the middle of the waterfall with a lightning bolt, splitting it into 2. The actual waterfall itself is about 12 meters high, 30 meters across. It's very impressive and continues on down through the valley here in the mountain ranges. And from here on our travels down the Ring Road, our next stop is my Vatn crater. We'll be going through some beautiful country we hope to show you. Welcome to Vatn Lake. This lake sits in a crater. The lake itself is over 37 square kilometers, and it's the 4th largest lake in all of Iceland. The crater itself was formed over 2,000 years ago from a basaltic eruption. There's lots of smaller craters around the area here, and they were formed in a similar fashion, just without the lava flow, which is what gives them their smoothed out appearance that you can see. At Vatn crater, you can find everything from luxurious hot springs, fumaroles, lava fields, and this place, Vijaymir, which is also known as the Dark City. This place in local legend, in Norse mythology and Christianity, is known as Hell, or the entrance to the infernal realm. This location was also used in Game of Thrones as a location for the Wildland army in the hit show.
So these geothermal vents here provide power throughout the area, heat and warmth to the surrounding communities. And what we can't show you here, which I'm experiencing right now, is the incredible smell of sulfur. It's like rotten eggs. It's overpowering right here in this location. But looking throughout the area, this is piping and geothermal vents running all throughout this area, providing energy to the town and surrounding residents.
Lake Vatn has a thriving ecosystem thanks to the nutrient-rich waters here, which are home to thousands of types of bugs and hundreds of species of birds, including 13 types of ducks. So many water birds live here that this area was considered a bird sanctuary in 1975. And from here, we're headed off to our next destination on the Ring Road, Studelago Canyon.
The road to Studelago was a bit longer, about 2 hours, which gave us time to reflect on the trip so far. We are at about our midway point through our trip here in Iceland, and this country is absolutely amazing. We have gone through some of the most varied landscapes that I can even imagine, or could have imagined, and just seeing all the, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, the way that I usually traveled, I don't know that Iceland was originally at the top of my list. Tim kind of had some influence there on this being jumping up to the top, and I couldn't be happier with the decision because this country is amazing. Not just all the sites and places that we've been, but the people and the cities, the location, the environment, everything about it has been just jaw-dropping, honestly. Everybody here speaks English. Also, all the road signs, all the menus, different things like that, everything's in English. You have options when you're pumping gas and different stuff like that, for example, to switch everything over to English. That makes it really convenient. We haven't had any issues here getting around. There's Wi-Fi everywhere in any of the cities and stuff like that. I would recommend if you're getting a vehicle, most rental companies have an option to get a 4G, this thing here. And so you can have internet with you as you're traveling throughout the country, and we haven't had any issues picking up a signal and using these for that purpose. Green Motion car rental company was really awesome in giving one of these to us for free, and can't promise they'll do that for you, but they did it for us. They were super accommodating, and our experience so far using them has been amazing. But all in all, Iceland, like I said, we're only halfway through this trip, and Iceland is fantastic. It's easily jumped up to the top of my list of places I'd recommend to travel.
Soon, we found ourselves driving down the long valley road to Studelago Canyon. Hidden deep within the gorge, these massive basalt columns stretch on for nearly a mile. But the only way to see them is to climb straight down into it. Come along. We are here in Studelago Canyon. This canyon is in a valley that's been carved out by the glacier Jökuldalar and was discovered not too long ago after a dam was put in place upriver, lowering the water levels to what you see to this day. This is the longest basalt column in all of Iceland and was discovered after the dam was put into place and the water levels lowered. And it truly is a wonder to behold. There are two sides of the canyons that you can come down and explore. The side that we've come down is on the west side, and it's quite a harrowing trip down here.
So I'm just gonna spider walk down.
Okay.
When in doubt, butt out.
Got it?
Yep.
All right.
And we're good.
Check this out. I mean, that ledge, I'm not going near that. Especially with the ice and everything at this time of year, you really need to be careful. There's some treacherous points getting down to the location that we are at. You can see the entire canyon from this perspective here. There's no admittance fee, parking is free, so it's actually just about getting out here and making your way down. The columns extend upwards to what looks like around 50 meters or so. They're extremely high on both sides, and there's an actual rift in the canyon here in the valley where the water runs on one side and there is a passageway on the other. Perhaps at times when the water has been let loose from the dam upstream, it will be flowing on both sides, but it continues on in either direction for quite some ways. Just did that, and going up this, or down this, is no joke. It's completely covered with ice. And especially this last part, what you'll notice, not only that, but it's all sloped downhill as soon as you get off the ice. And that is a straight drop, you know, hundreds of feet down to the valley below. This is not our first time shooting in a dangerous location like this, but it is our first time shooting in a dangerous location like this on slippery, ice-covered ground. So if you look over here, you can see by Tim's pants,
I slid a lot of the way down. On purpose.
We were doing a bit of boot scooting. Totally worth it though. This place is amazing. We just decided today that we were gonna get up even earlier than normal to get to our first location today and start shooting and then beat feet out here. We've done today Mavatin Lake, Gofoss, and we were able to make it out here to Studelago Canyon. And
now I have to make the trip back up.
yeah, right as the sun is setting. But we did it. That's another one in the bag, baby.
Boom.
Boom. Good morning. We woke up in Eaglestadr this morning, headed on about 30 minutes down the road here to check out some basalt column waterfalls, which are up in this ravine here. About a kilometer hike down the trail. The first waterfall we're going to check out for the day is Hingafoss. About 2 kilometers up past down the trail there is Hingafoss. We're going to hit the trail today and go check out some basalt column waterfalls. So we are about halfway up here towards the waterfalls. It's a nice little hike up here. This morning when we got here, it's about -3 degrees Celsius or around 20 degrees Fahrenheit. So we were bundled up, but it is a lot uphill So we're breaking a sweat now and dropping some gear. As you can see behind me, there's little waterfalls all up and down the ravine here, the canyon. And this canyon opens up into a large valley and river that comes through this entire area. It's just really beautiful. The sun's coming up over behind the mountains. And we're stopping here to check some of that out on our way up to the bigger waterfalls with the basalt columns. And we made it about halfway up here to Hingafoss. It's beautiful scenery and waterfall here behind me. The waterfall itself is about 30 meters high. It's surrounded by basalt columns. And these are some of the tallest basalt columns in all of Iceland. As you can see, some of them curve off at angles. And that's because the lava underneath them was still moving as they were cooling. The wider the column, the longer it took the column to actually cool. And this is just another example of a beautiful, beautiful place here in Iceland. And we made it. We're here at Hingafoss. It took us about an hour to get up here, but as you can see, the waterfall behind us is spectacular. Waterfall is about 128 meters high. It's the second tallest in all of Iceland. And we're gonna explore the area, hike up a little bit further. Might get a little bit wet, but it looks like it's totally worth it.
One of the most distinguishing features of Hingafoss are the huge bands around the entire cliff. These layers formed every time molten basalt poured through the area, burning everything and leaving behind black lava rock and red iron clay. Over millions of years, it formed the perfect timeline for geologists to date the area, all the way back to Iceland's formation.
So this is Hingafoss. It's absolutely amazing. We've made it up about as far as we're willing to go. Everything is iced over, and trekking up here has been a bit of an adventure. We've dropped down into the snow up to our waists almost a couple times. So as you can see behind me, this is just a truly impressive waterfall here at Hingafoss. And the scenery is amazing. It's beautiful. We've got the sun coming up. We are just blown away by the magnificence here in Iceland. I love doing this stuff. Super happy that we could bring you up this close and personal to one of the marvels of Iceland. Thank you so much for joining us on our journey of the Ring Road Part 1. Stick around for Part 2, which is going to be coming out very soon. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. And if you have a chance, share the video. It really helps us out a lot. Thank you so much, and stay safe. Levatin Lake has a thriving ecosystem thanks to the nutrient-rich so many water birds that this became a bird sanctuary in 1975. Fucking phone. So many why do I keep wanting to say water sports, and I don't know why water sports is in my head. You tell me, you say it real quick to me.
Water birds.
So many water birds. Got it. There are so many water birds that live here that this area was considered a bird sanctuary in 1975. And after the fuck it.